Good morning. Happy spring. In the hot straw, we just recited. No suffering, no cause of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no mind, no liberation, no old age and no death and no suffering, all of that. It's difficult to understand. Generally speaking, people who have no realization of emptiness, people who have no realization of true nature, um, the heart, this teaching, Buddha and Avalokiteshvara, and they were in India, right? And this teaching not really direct. Most of this teaching very indirectly. So therefore, I think people who have no idea about especially realization about emptiness and the nature of mind, the nature of all phenomena, it's difficult, right, to understand. Whatever we, the ordinary people, see with worldly eyes, with worldly, whatever we hear, whatever appears to any of these our worldly six senses, we call it, it what we call it relative, right? Relative phenomena or relative truth. Relative truth. Why? Because it is very much unanalyzed. And the worldly being's idea, right? This is the relative truth. Whatever we see, hear, it's not no eyes, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No, this is we call six senses, or this five aggregates. We see, we hear, everything is very not unanalyzed, and we all agree this is working. The relatively everything is working. Even Buddha said that. Buddha also agreed that. He said that I assert the existence of what the world assert to exist, so I have no argument. He said, I have no argument with worldly beings. What he meant in this context is that the thoughts and the idea of worldly beings are valid conventionally, so that we must accept the existence of this subjective, objective, all these phenomena known to worldly being is we have to accept this, like temporarily, But we have to know that when we analyze the relative phenomena or whatever you call it, the valid, the conventional, this relative truth, when you analyze furthermore, we must be aware that the way things appear to worldly beings is mistaken and not true, which means we are believing in unreal sort of existence ideas, and we are very much developing many ideas that based on unreal, not true. But we believe it. We believe it, and our belief is very much based on ignorance. That's why untrue. You know why? Because the ordinary people way of looking for happiness doesn't really work very well. You know, suffering, sad, disturbed, emotions, unhappiness, anxiety, worries, all of that, Why they don't work? Because, we have the sort of misunderstand and ignorance, and especially Buddhist point of view, they call it four wrong views. So therefore, all our conception has four faults. I will tell you this. First, kind of wrong idea, wrong, false, and the wrong view. We think something that is not, okay, in Tibet we call it gomba, means like, we think something is not like, gomba means how you say that, gomba, lump, right? Lump, like one thing, one thing. Something is not lump, we think, but we think it is lump, but it's not. So it's made of lots of things, and it's made out lots of causes and conditions. Therefore, it's interdependent arising. We call it. Sometimes I'm thinking, for example, like I am a very happy person. But when I think about my happiness, depends lots of causes and conditions. I'm happy with my teachings because I can help lots of people through my teaching. People who used to not so happy, but now they are more happy. Used to very selfish, now is very much open-minded. Used to very unsatisfied, what do you call it, person. Now it's very, what do you call it, happy and no worries. So that's why I think one thing, it's very, something is working, so that makes me happy. All of so think of this, it's causes and conditions, interdependent arising between. I have these teachings, and because of my lineage, I have some experience because of my meditation. And then you also take the responsibility to practice, meditate, and all of that. So all of that together, kind of what we call interdependent arising. So lots of, this happiness depends on lots of causes and conditions. So that's why, the first idea is wrong. We think something is one. I mean, like, something is really like gongba means in Tibet. I don't know how to English that's lump. I think lump, right? It's actually not. So many depends on cause and conditions, No, 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 not uncompounded. Uncompounded is actually, you're talking ultimate level. Something is one, you think something is one uncompounded? No. Then uncompounded is compounded, yes, not uncompounded. That's we call lump, right? Lump. Whatever. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Okay. We think in an apple, but it's made out of lots of causes and conditions. Anyway, and second mystic idea is we think something is not singular. That's easy, right? Or something is not oneness, but we think it's singular. We are believing in it's singular, and it's one thing. For example, we say my body, right? It's easy. My body, our body, your body, my house, my car, etc. Of course, these are very unanalyzed and relatively, right? Unanalyzed. My body. Yeah, my body. It's work. My body. You understand. Your body. My car. It's work. Nothing wrong. What is wrong? Nothing wrong. But this is very unanalyzed idea. And the relatively, it's working. But if you analyze it, the body, for example, the body is made out of many causes and so many different parts. We think body is one or singular. No, it's not. The body is not one thing. So therefore, the idea of this one thing is untrue. I mean, relatively working. Where we are, even Buddha agree, right? We all agree. This is no problem in relatively. But it's not the nature. That it's not the it's very mistaken idea, I think. It's not only body, right? So that's just an example, one example. The way we relate it to world is like that. That's why the ordinary people looking for happiness doesn't work very well. And then third mistake is, of course, we think something is not permanent. We think it is permanent. Because we are believing in this singular, this oneness. Like my body. We say my body, and then we think it's permanent. We think it's permanent. If I said, if I asked you, do you remember what you did yesterday? And you will say, yes, I remember I did this and that. At that time, you are thinking and you are believing that yesterday's you and today's you are same person. That is what we, the permanent. That's the idea, the permanent. We think yesterday's, for example, if I shake your hand, and yesterday, and today again, and then you think yesterday's my hand and today's hand is same. Oh yeah, yesterday you shake your hand. Your hand is soft. Your hand is whatever, rough, whatever. And we have that idea, the permanent, that idea. We are believing in something permanent when it is not. If you think yesterday's you and today's you are same, then you have lots of problem. Logically analyze, then you have lots of problem. Even relatively, that doesn't work. So therefore, actually, how we think and we do actually are kind of opposite. For example, if our body, today talking like this, our body is permanent, then we think, it's kind of strange though. We think we are same person last year, the person this year, we think the same. That's, I think, the permanent. I think the characteristic of permanent is unchanging. So if our body is permanent, then something like that, we don't need whatever, like we don't need take shower, it doesn't work. You don't need makeup, it doesn't work. It's something is permanent. You cannot change it anyway, if it is permanent. Think about what is the definition of permanent. Do you understand? What is the definition of permanent? I'm in Tibet. Especially Buddhist philosophy, the point of view, the permanent means unchanging, forever. That's what we call permanent. The definition. See, that's already sort of contradicting, our way of thinking. Because sometimes we also believe in this potential to change, and we wish, we hope, change, and it make, maybe we wish it, it make better, it actually does, right? That's why you do things like color your hair, for example, and you look at in the mirror and make up your nose, your eyes, everything like that. It does make them much better, right? Definitely. That's sometimes this is the potential. We hope, it change, it change. We hope to change and it make better, beautiful, more beautiful. It does work. That's why people here color and you have finger, all that kind of things. But then still we think it's a permanent. So it's kind of contradict there, like what we think and what we do is actually opposite. It doesn't matter how much change there is, we still believe it is permanent. That's, I think it's ultimate point of view, it's wrong. So mhm. heart connection. Everything is interdependent arising, connection. All this are. But the idea is still there, still there. Nothing, that's impermanent. That's why we have worries, we have unhappiness. Why you worry if you understand permanent, impermanent? If you understand, always up and down, why you worry, right? Sometimes happy, sometimes that's how we are. This world, that's the definition of this samsara. This world, no worries. Sometimes you are very sad, unhappy. That doesn't mean you always never change that unhappiness. No, it will change. Sometimes you have too much and happiness, and then you look down other people and you don't care others because you are happy. You don't care. That's also not correct. So always changing, always changing. But that's just, we understand intellectually that, but no recognition, no experientially. Okay, anyway, that's the third. And then fourth problem, the idea, we think something is not independent. This is very important, independent. But we think, it's independent. Remember? Like we think that the existence of hand doesn't really on any others, very difficult to change the way of our thinking, difficult to change attachment to these sort of four ideas. Gombe. If you analyze that these four ordinary ideas are mistakes, then even like the precious human life, impermanence of life, the cause and the conditions, the cause and the karma, all of that are not difficult to develop, not difficult to understand, because you already understand the true nature of phenomena. True nature of phenomena, even like relatively, they are not lump, they are not singular, they are not permanent, they are not really independent. These are very big message, and because this, if you understand, this can destroy a lot of the way of our thinking and our mistakes and the ordinary ideas. But this is how we think and how we believe all the time. That's why we have problems. That's why we cannot let things go, because we believe and it's permanent. We cannot, something happened, we are worried. We cannot let things go. So we must know these views and change our mystic sort of ideas. We are human beings, right? We are human beings who have the precious human life. So if we need to change our lifestyle, we must have the courage and unmistaken view to change our lifestyle in order to benefit ourselves and benefit others. Because again, there is no lifestyle for anyone which cannot be changed. Because it's not permanent. It's impermanent, because there is nothing, remember, nothing kumbha, nothing lump, nothing singular, nothing permanent, that never change, never ever can change. That's wrong. Therefore, we need to understand our nature, our lifestyle, we must understand the relative truth, very important, and both relative and ultimate human nature, especially the human qualities. It's a love, compassionate mind, it's wisdom, because the Buddhist point of view, the wisdom is the most important actually, because once you develop your wisdom, you have wisdom, then you have a clear and unmistaken views and unmistaken path, unmistaken your lifestyle. So important. Wisdom is so important, and that's why the way of bodhisattvas, the wisdom chapter, it's Shandandewa says that yanlag dadak tamchin to be here. Yanlag means all this branch of other this the other this six other five parameters. To be Shirpton, Buddha taught these other branches of teachings because of the wisdom. You know, the wisdom is the root. Because if you don't have wisdom mind and clear view, then what? You just believe. You just believe in something, right? Without understand, without analyze, without logic. It could be very dangerous for your lifestyle. It could be very, it may be, if you're a lucky person, and without wisdom, without logic, nothing, you just believe. You just believe. Maybe it is correct, for example, your path. You just believe, and then maybe it is correct. Maybe it is correct view, Maybe it is wrong path. Maybe it is the wrong view. You never know because you don't analyze, you don't investigate, you don't meditate, you don't practice. You have no experience, you have no realization. Then who knows? Maybe it's wrong, maybe it's right. But once you have wisdom mind, then everything, your view is clear, your meditation is clear, your conduct, your attitude is clear, your result, your fruitional path is clear. Everything is working. That's why, the wisdom makes these things very clear and certain and insurance. So then we have already these qualities, right? We have human nature. You don't need search, for these human qualities from outside to know yourself, to know your nature, to know the interdependent arising. Then your mind will automatically be compassionate one. Then you automatically develop your wisdom. Then your mind ultimately be very kind, very gentle person, very open-minded, you can accept everything. It doesn't sort of destroy your inner qualities because you develop this wisdom, So these are the relative, I think, human nature qualities: love, compassion, wisdom, mindfulness, awareness, tolerance. All of this we need, very much necessary in our lifestyle. You have to, if you don't have that, you have to change it and you have to develop. So that's in order to introduce, then we have the ultimate truth, which is the essence of the liberation, right? We have to, understand this eventually if you're looking for attain liberation or enlightenment. So then you need to further, understand the ultimate, the essence of liberation. In order to understand this, we have to have relative truth. That's so important, right? It's very important. Even though, the some sort of, we just talked about, the relative ideas are mystics, but still this is necessary to understand the ultimate nature. That's why the relative truth is so important for us. What is the relative truth? What is the definition of relative? What is the characteristic of relative truth? It is really, really something that we discovery of obscure mind, and therefore it's very much unanalyzed ideas. All this relative truth we discover or we found by obscure mind, dualistic mind. That's the unanalyzed mind. For example, when there is a face, right? When there is a mirror, and when there is a light, and when you look at it, then suddenly your face, your face appears there, and it's worked very well. Then you can make things up, change your mind. That's relative. That's relative truth. Why? That's why, this is how the causes and conditions together, it will happen. It will happen. And that's why what we call it interdependent arising. Nothing other than that relative point of view. Nothing. Everything is Buddhist point of view. Everything is interdependent arising. That's all. Very simple, but very profound. Interdependent arising. Do you understand? You need, in order to make up, you need face, you need mirror, you need a light, otherwise it doesn't work, right? And then suddenly appear your face, and I need to change this and that. That's causes and conditions. That's everything appear. That's just one example. Whole world like that. Everything depends on interdependent arising, which is causes and conditions. Remember, if you miss one cause, if you have perfect causes and conditions, husband and wife, your relationship is beautiful, very well, no problem. If you miss little cause and conditions, your relationship is kind of strange, a little bit strange, right? And then you miss big causes and conditions, doesn't work. We have to divorce. Doesn't work. Because no cause and condition perfect. This, what do you call it? Fire rain, right? You have this, you need hands, you need fire, you need move circle like that. Then you see there is a fire rain. That's how we cause and condition together. Then you see the fire rain. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fire rain, right? And then when you stop, you move your hand, you don't see fire rain, or maybe your fire stop, then you don't see fire rain, something like that. Everything cause and condition. You can make all these beautiful things, and you can make very horrible things. It depends how you think, how you see, nothing. It's just we actually doing these things, good things, bad things, nobody. Just we. That's why we are the responsible to our life. And so these things happen. If just because the cause and conditions are together, that's all. And all these are analytical thinking and appearance, right? In Tibet we call it nang tsam, nang tsam. Tsam means like just, mere, only, just. Nang means projection, just a projection, just um, appearances, just nang tsam. Riktsam, sometimes they call it riktsam means just just seeing. That's all, just hearing. That's all, nothing behind. If you investigate what is this, then see, for example, what is this house? Just projection, All these, appearances are just a projection of our mind. That's all. That's all, right? So when you investigate, what is this house? Investigate. Then eventually, no nose, no ears, no nothing, no suffering. That's you will get if you analyze. That's what we call the emptiness. But if you unanalyze, then just the projection. That's you have to believe, just the interdependent arising. I think just is so important. Tsam in Tibet. Tsam. Mere. Only. Just. Only. Mere. And if you go deeper and deeper, you analyze them with your wisdom, with your, blessings and from your lineage, all that, then you will know that everything is illusions, actually. Nothing, illusion means nothing truly exists. Nothing truly exists. Nothing permanent. That's actually I'm trying to say it. If you go deeper and deeper, analyze, then nothing truly exists. Just merely projections, everything arises like that spontaneously, But we are just believing in this, sort of unanalyzed the relative truth, these illusions. That's why, the very scholar, this Gendin Chumper, Tibet, great teacher, he said that as soon as you live in this world, you are believing in unreal. And you are developing many theories based on illusion. What else you can do? Nothing. That's all. We believe, we do, it's work, it's work. It's very true. As long as we remain in this samsara, this world, with samsaric mind that does not approach and understand of the true nature of phenomena, because the mind is incorrect way of perceiving. Whatever we experience in the state of dualistic mind is what we call it relative mind. That's why all this relative appearance found by unanalyzed and obscure or dualistic mind. So relatively works, but not ultimately not working. It's everything is not like that, because as soon as you analyze, you will lose them. Because they will disappear. Nothing truly exists. Then the heart still makes sense, right? So that's you have to know. There's two truths, very important. Buddha said that, the eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, these consciousness are not valid. Not valid. If these six senses that we have, these five aggregates that we have, if these were valid, then who would need to attain liberation? If this is true, if this is really truth, this is the true nature, then why are we looking for a liberation? Why are we looking for enlightenment? We have this. If you believe these are true, these are our nature, eye, ear, hear, all these six senses are true, valid, and truly exist. These are very true. Then why we need practice? Actually, why we need looking for attain liberation? No need. So we need liberation. So in order to get liberation, you need to take the path, because when you develop your view, your meditation, your attitudes, and you have experience and your recognition of true nature, the essence of liberation, then things will change. Things will change and transform, Whatever is experienced in that state of nature awareness, always the genuine, Because why it is genuine? Because it's without dualistic thinking and view. It is from your wisdom, mind, wisdom, knowledge. So right now we have these ordinary senses. So if we think that, for example, the earth, the mountains, and this world as we see them now will still visibly appear just the same when we attain liberation, we are very mistaken. Things will change. Things will change and things will transform. That's why we need liberation. Genichumper also gave a very nice example. He said the grass, right? Grass very delicious and very tasty to consciousness as long as the consciousness remains in the body of the Tibetan yak, cow, But when the cow's consciousness emerges from that state, the taste, the delicious for grass is lost. No there. For us, the grass doesn't work. No, we can't eat, right? For them, very delicious. Things will change, though. Things will change. Things will change. Relatively change, ultimately different things. We'll see different. Who knows, like Buddha, this enlightened being, we don't know how they see these things. We can guess, right? Oh, okay, I think this, but when we investigate, this is dualistic mind. This is not correct way to perceive. So maybe Buddha has, for example, like wisdom, and omniscience, whatever. He has the mind. So maybe he will see these things like this. We can guess, but we cannot explain what they really see, their point of view. So it will change. But anyway, these are not so important right now, right? But right now, important is meditation. So we'll meditate for a few minutes, okay? Today I would like you to practice the called self-awareness, and by focus on your breath. So this is very easy but very profound meditation. First of all, correct your mind. Second of all, relax both your body and mind. Make sure your body comfortable, relax. Make sure your mind in your body. Make sure in your body, not outside of your body. Then pretty good. Then meditation will be very good. Both together, mind, body together. You are present. You are just there. You are there. You are, present moment. You focus on that. Then you will find out the peace and, relaxation, all of that, mindfulness, all of that, nothing else. So that's very important. So then when you, for human being, whatever, this energy, the long means like this breath is so important. Our essence of our human, body. So when you breathe in, right, first it doesn't matter when you breathe out first or when you breathe in first, or whatever, what is the circle you're working, So let's say when you breathe in, for example, there are two things you have to focus on. When you breathe in, you need to sort of turn your attention to the clarity of this self-awareness. We call it self-awareness of your mind. Mind is actually self-knowing. So you have to focus on that, and you can enter more even deeply into the experience of the self-awareness. And then when you discover that, then you relax on that. When you relax on that, nothing else, you just to relax on that. So your mind is whatever you are experiencing at the moment, right? You sort of, with the recognition of that thoughts, that's mind, Focus your attention on this clear mind. That's what we call clear mind, self-awareness, self-knowing, whatever, self-liberation, whatever you call it. So when you breathe in, very gentle, very slow, no problem. And then when you breathe out, two things, right? When you breathe in, do that, visualization, something like that. Then when you breathe out, let your self-awareness, this mind, and your breath dissolve, sort of, kind of, right? You feel, you will experience that, So when you breathe out, your recognition there, it's very clear. So that's what we call self-knowing, self-awareness. Dissolve sort of in the space, and then focus on that experience as much as you can. And then feel, you feel that nature of the self-awareness and concentrate on this very profound experience. You just concentrate on that. And then, of course, our thoughts, this distraction, right? Distractions always will arise. No problem. Do not accept them. Do not sort of reject them. Just remain in the present moment. That is your self-awareness. If you remain in present moment, that is the self-awareness. I actually simply, watch your distraction thoughts, come and go, they're always changing, and then return to the self-awareness of the mind. So, focus on that sort of alternate, between looking at your self-awareness, not looking, maybe looking is not correct, but recognize, right? Recognize the self-awareness and then relax on that. Um, so, it's very nice. If you do this meditation, then you perceive all the objects, without grasping, without attachment, and without sort of anger. And if you can, and if you know to liberate your thoughts, your disturbing emotions, and if you know how to recognize them and let them go, then it doesn't matter what kind of feeling, what kind of thoughts arise, and how many times your mind wander away. It doesn't matter, because you, as soon as they arise, as soon as your mind wander away, you immediately recognize that, and then just to relax, bring your self-awareness back, and then relax on that. So by doing that over and over again, many times you need accept your effort and diligent. This doesn't work short period time, month after month, year after year, of course. Then slowly your meditation practice begins to train you how you stay without wander away. So it can help you learn how to continue sort of open your mind without sort of losing the self-awareness, losing the mindfulness, all that. In this way, your meditation can help you to discover and experience the inner peace and relaxation. That is the result of the meditation. So you need lots of tolerance. It doesn't work short period time, this kind of meditation, because we have, again, this obscure mind that we have a strong habit in our head with all these relative, beautiful things. We have grasp, we have attachment, we have jealous, so that's why we get angry, everything like that. We develop this strong habit in our mind. So we have to slowly let that kind of things go and diminish. It takes time. But it's fun work with it. Okay, meditate on that few minutes. Okay. Just to relax. No worries. No tight. Just to relax. And then you can breathe in, breathe out. Just the present moment. You have to focus on that. Then you will find the experience of the whatever you call it, happiness, relaxation, peacefulness, whatever you find that, you just meditate on it as much as you can. Thank you very much. Closing prayer, dedication. John's mother passed away recently, so if you can and if you want to think of her and uh, oh, I'm sorry to hear it. Okay, So yeah, like that, we never know where, you know, that's our favorite thing, right? Death. Yogis, Vajrayana yogis' favorite things, death, because then they can recognize these channels, nadis, parnas, we talked about yesterday. So yeah, like that, people, so if you can think about them and send them your compassion, your love, your dedicate, your merits, your everything, that would be nice. That would be wonderful. That would be practice, your part of practice, your bodhicitta, your compassion. Also good for them, good thoughts, good, send that.